Okay, thank you everybody for sticking around for a second while I fixed a little bit of audio issue. And I'm going to turn it over to Elizabeth now that everybody knows we are actually live and what we're saying is going out there, so that we don't continue any of the pre-stream talk.
Stream ramble. I am Elizabeth, or Isbits. I will be running this Call of Cthulhu game once again this Sunday. We're going to go around the table and meet everybody like we do every week. Who are you? Where can we find you? Your character's name, and then something that happened last session. So let me pull that back up. Clock.
Hi, my name is Joe, also known as Clockwork Tuba. You can find me around the interwebs at All Things Clockwork Tuba. Basically, nobody else wants it. It's mine. But the big thing is that we have an upcoming YouTube show that we'll be doing called for running the Warren Guard RPG, which stars our very own Isabits as one of the players. So there. But I'm playing Barrett Fredericks. You do get the biggest dragon. She's chunky. She's thick with 6 C's. Anyway, I'm playing Barrett Fredericks, the 8-foot-tall monster of a man. Apparently, Isabits cannot get away from large things because she also rolled the biggest dragon in my game. But he is a disfigured sailor who is just trying to get people to be helped. And one thing I remember from last session, since Katie is not here, I will steal her thing. Katie had a dream, and in that dream, she found herself on a ship, found her way to a door, found her way into a cabin, found the green-eyed man of Maximilian Jones, or who we assume is Maximilian Jones, and then stabbed him 57 times in the chest. He ran into her knife. 9 times. And then when she woke up from that, she was then in fact stabbing Lottie's character. And then she woke up from that again to find out she'd been stabbing nobody's character, much to John's sadness. And then we found out later, as a side note of that having that dream warned Maximilian Jones that we were close, and he skedaddled.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that brings us to Lottie, whose character was brutally murdered in a dream.
Brutally murdered. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. It is from your favorite. It is St. Patrick's Day, and I am aggressively Irish. So I have to say that. Contractually obligated, but I am pagan, so I am a snake that was chased out of Ireland. So I guess that's a win for me.
You're not the only Irish person on the stream, so don't worry.
Okay, good. Well, I got chased out. Good for me. And it's also St. Gertrude's Day, so pet your cats. She's the patron saint of cats. But things about me. You can follow me at Lottie All West on most social medias. If you're interested in playing games with me in real life, there are only 5 tickets left for Oxentia LARP, which is a steampunk LARP happening in the Chicagoland area, happening in June. But there's only 5 tickets left, and it's going to be really fun. And even if you don't like steampunk, you can sign up, and there's going to be a costuming option where my friend who's really good at costumes will pick out a costume for you and help out and make sure that you look really, really cool. I'm probably going to be at some conventions soon. And you can also catch me on the podcast that we do with Shadows and Nox. That's Power Rangers, where I'm the Blue Ranger named Cecily Adwell, who's a little Rennie, dorky Blue Ranger that loves her chickens. And last game I was brutally murdered, but it wasn't for realsies. It was for play. And I'm excited to hopefully not get murdered this game, but anything's up in the air, mates.
John?
Good evening, one and all. I am here to
that's
have a
not
marvelous time. I have to come up with something to match Brennan Lee Mulligan's. I'm sorry I didn't see you there while he was drinking out of his loose mug Christmas. I'm John McDonald. Around these parts, I'm also known as Zordon, Alpha 5, both Ernie's, both Angel Grove and Centurion Ridge. Ivanus, Rita, Goldar, other people. And that's on most Wednesdays for Power Rangers. This upcoming Wednesday we'll have Power Rangers Centurion, which is the live one, not the podcast, so that'll be on Twitch. I'm here, of course, on Sundays. My podcast, Everything is Gay and the Straight Stuff, which is not a Shadows of Nox thing, is ongoing in our Season 3. I found out this week that I'm going to be in Rhino Fest in the Chicago area doing some gay play work, and it's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited about it. So if you're in Chicago and want to see some of my work that I do both professionally and at play, telling stories, please consider looking at the Rhino Fest website. Super neat. I am playing Abernath Quinn, and one thing Barrett failed to mention in their recap of last episode is that I'm not the only one to have sent people to their doom. Barrett, who is having a crew gathered for us to chase Maximilian Jones and his ship, is sending some NPCs of their very own to their doom, and seem kind of comfortable doing that if you ask Abernath.
What?
Don't believe anyone has, to be perfectly honest.
5 of us can crew that can catch up to this thing.
You don't know that I'm planning on murdering those poor NPCs. I think that is your
murdering
thing.
those NPCs?
I'm not going to answer that question because you're just going to have to find out.
Do they have names?
One of them does.
You named
Actually,
them.
First and last names?
Yes,
Yes.
they all do.
No.
And they have character sheets. So.
Ooh.
Oh, they have the character sheets. They're dead.
Right.
Or they're members
Too
of the
far.
cult.
Yeah, I gotta
Or
prove
they're
these are
members of
real.
the cult.
There's only one other surefire way for them to be dead is if it's someone who's dating Ava's character in any of my games. Otherwise, that's the only.
Uh-oh.
That's
That
the only.
doesn't bode well for one of my
Wait,
characters.
hold on. Elizabeth, how close are they to
College
retirement?
programs, yeah. Like this close.
They're all
Any
young.
retire from the sea?
Like they're young. They're like in their 20s and 30s. They're not going to retire anytime soon.
They just need to do
they're not
one
even
more
old, They're
trip.
young. That makes me so sad for them.
All right, and Andrew.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. I am Andrew Bryant. Also go by Roadkill in a lot of area circles. I don't really have much else other than these streams going on, and yeah, other than unlike some of these others. But let's see. I got Dresden on Mondays, which is super fun as always. Been going with that for a while. And then with this, the last time, one of the things that wasn't necessarily mentioned was that Abernath placed a lit candle right in the window of our hotel room for some reason. I was being very secretive about it, and I have a suspicion he was using it to signal someone.
I'm just trying to live my life, chat. I'm just trying to live my life.
Hold on, chat. You can go back and watch it on YouTube, but his exact words were, "I leave a lit candle in the windowsill in case anybody wants to see where our rooms are."
Yep.
That could be anyone. That could have been the queen. There was still a queen in England at that point.
Right.
Who are you playing?
I am playing Michael Dotson, the graduate student at London University who's going for physics and psychology because he wants to be a parapsychologist eventually. The other thing that my character did last time, which, not to throw all suspicion towards Abernath, is while everybody else was busy, I went into my room and drank from a 13th century flask for, no reason.
That's
No
right, you
reason
did do that,
whatsoever.
didn't you?
Also rolled a D4 for no reason.
Right, exactly. I rolled a d4 for no reason. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
That's
don't
fine.
worry about it. It's fine.
Got it. It's fine. Yeah, I've said that before. It's fine. Yeah.
And Teslan.
Hi, I'm Teslan Kierinhawk, also known as Tom Augustine. In addition to the Shadowrun writing that I do for missions, I'm also active. Like I said, we've got the Monday night game over on Masters of Rem Twitch channel, which is coming here in the beginning of August. We're going to do a space game, which if you watch during the break, you'll see a quick promo that Ava and I did today for it. And this stream, and I just finished, or I'm just working on flushing out the casting call for a 10 Candles Sailing the Endless Night stream that I'm looking forward to in April. And otherwise, pretty much I'm Teslan, Kierinhawk everywhere. So if you're looking for me, I'm on all the different social media channels. Last week, we had a tense encounter with Barrett, which I believe we resolved it. I'm not sure we both were happy with it at the end of it, but we didn't walk away mad from each other. And other than that, pretty much followed, other than helping Charlie calm down after her nightmare by beating her at gin rummy. Or actually, no, I let her win at gin rummy. For the rest of the night, we pretty much followed Barrett's lead the rest of the time as he checked out the situation and arranged for us to get a boat. So one of the things I'm going to have to do at the beginning of this session is arrange for the cash, because I imagine they would prefer hiring a boat this quickly to be handed cash rather than a banknote.
Express cards.
In the 1950s, I don't think. Now, yes, it's very possible that you could hire one quickly with an American Express card. Back then, no.
Teslan, who are you playing?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Harold Gewitt, PhD, a guy who doesn't want people to know about Cthulhu and all those mythos. It's not healthy. I'm not to the point where I just randomly kill anybody who learns about it. I'm not a monster.
We'd all be dead.
Right. I'm not sure. I've only got 6 bullets, and I'm pretty sure it takes more than that to take down Barrett.
Very true.
That's fair.
Also, you heard it here, chat. Harold Gewitt does not want you here. We want you here. Harold Gewitt does not want you here.
Harold, no, the character does not. You are not supposed to learn about it. The more that people learn about Cthulhu, the more power we give Cthulhu.
It would be so terrible if something happened that made people very aware of Cthulhu in England in 1959.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible.
And
just awful.
Yeah. And so far, what's this number session?
6.
5.
5. Okay.
5.
So this is so we are currently now 3 sessions in which my character said to himself, no, I can't just shoot Abernath.
Also, before we
you don't even know that person I murdered, okay?
You're right, I don't.
My life.
But before we get any farther, just so that the next person we move to doesn't have to explain everything out of left field, we also found out that somebody from a previous game that Isabeth had run that you can find on the Shadow Knocks YouTube had gone rogue 30 years ago and is in London and owns a bookshop. That would be Dr. Michael Stern, who was an NPC that was in that previous game, and we are going to go investigate and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, we have another guest NPC. So Kit will be playing Michael Stern. So go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kit. You can find me somewhere, at some place, and possibly in some times. because I am nowhere consistently, but I am in various places sporadically. Like your favorite cryptid, or least favorite. Take your pick, I don't care. And since I'm a guest, I don't know what happened in the past session because time isn't real.
This is true.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that covers me.
Sounds about right. Everybody gets to have a free dice roll again tonight for doing the recap for me so that I don't have to do it. Any dice you roll tonight, if you wish to re-roll it, you may for free, but you must take the new roll. We're going to go over content warnings again, just because I don't want somebody new to come in here and then all of a sudden be surprised that we're talking about like occult practices or human sacrifices. But blood and gore, human sacrifice,
olive oil. Yeah, that's pretty much right up there with human sacrifice, honestly.
This is true. Yeah, actually. Yeah. So olive oil, voices in your head, seeing horrific visions, murder, looking at you, Abernath. Spells, magic rituals, amnesia,
you see Australians as a content warning? Did I hear that correctly?
There's Australians in this game. Yeah.
There's Australians in the game. Is that a content warning?
Yes.
Apparently.
There is an Australian in the game.
Yes. Questionable accents sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of us are a lot better at it than others.
There is a reason why Barrett is from New York.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm not doing an accent, trust me.
I've only smothered NPCs. I have not smothered a regular PC, nor stabbed, nor shot. So I've only smothered non-playable characters, just to be clear about what I've done.
They're still people, though.
And to be even more clear, anytime you have to be that specific when you're, putting the exception, there's a problem.
Like, you're trying to justify it, and that is...
I'm just trying to express my art. That's what it is. It's like Hannibal.
Express my art. One pillow to someone's face at a time.
I'm just living deliciously. I must live deliciously.
So you all last session found out that the Marjorie Jane left early. In fact, it left so early that it left some of its crew members behind, including the owner's son. Early. Yeah, like 4 hours early. The captain's son, who was basically his right hand, was even left behind. So you all are in the process of trying to find a boat that you may rent or buy, and you're going to take the leftover crew members so that they can kind of help captain this boat while you go after the Marjorie Jane and the supposed cultists that are on there, as well as supposedly the owner of the museum, Maximilian Jones. No. Why am I forgetting names that I fucking wrote? Hold on.
Maximilian Jones, you're right. You're on that one. It's my fault because I keep on calling him Maxwell Jones out of nowhere.
Well, I was thinking Ollie Ward, and I was getting names all confused. Sorry.
I feel like it's one of those days.
Yeah, it really is. So you have about 48 hours to kill before you're able to actually get on the water. You do have a set of coordinates, by the way, as well. You were given a set of coordinates as to where this other boat is headed. It's in the middle of, I think it was the Pacific Ocean.
Pacific,
yeah. There's nothing there. Basically, it's just ocean. There was no return trip listed on the ticket. There was no the destination on the trip that you found. Yeah,
I do want to say, if we do end up fighting kaiju in the middle of the water in giant mechs, I call not Abernath as my drift partner.
Maybe you would enjoy the visions. You don't know.
So anyway, you guys have 48 hours to kill, at least 48 hours before you can actually get on the water. You were given a couple of leads. You have the bookshop and Dr. Michael Stern that you can talk to. You have Constance Mullen, who is the mother of one of the missing people who turned out to be a cultist and decided to take himself out instead of answer your questions. You also have, to prepare for this trip, supplies, that sort of thing. So before you guys head to the bookshop and meet Dr. Stern, what are you guys doing? What do you want?
We went back to Greenwich, right? Where the museum was?
We went from the private investigators' place in Croydon to the docks. I thought.
Gotcha.
In London, yeah.
Yeah.
So you were in London.
Wherever that was.
Yeah, you guys had gotten a hotel room. You rented out the top floor of the penthouse.
So I guess, like, at least now that we know we're heading out, then at least, like, everyone else has to deal with lives. Barrett literally just has to go grab his bag from his hotel room. That is the extent of Barrett's life, is a bag in a hotel room. We're not discussing how sad that is. We're just going to move right on.
Okay.
He's a traveler. It's fine.
Yeah. So are you guys going to go ahead and head to the bookshop and talk to this guy before you start, like, getting supplies together, before you start heading to the Mullins house?
Well, I would definitely need to hit the bank early as soon as they're open to make arrangements to get the stuff together. I'm also going to need to have them procure whatever currency works well in that area of the world. Although it's the 50s, so it's very possible the British pound still works very well over there. I don't know. Tom doesn't know. But yeah, I would arrange.
The hand wave is going to work.
Yep. Okay. I would arrange to get money set aside, and then look to Barrett for where should we go to get the supplies started that we need to, and what point should we start getting those together.
I think Barrett will just go right into it and saying that we shouldn't need to really worry about food, that kind of things. Johnny will take care of that as part of prepping the ship. It's more of anything personal you guys need to take care of, with the expectation of we may not come back. Can you get us guns? Can you get us, that kind of stuff? Are we going to shoot Cthulhu?
You can try.
We can certainly try. But yeah, like, I think if I do think we should probably Barrett will at least put his vote in for, let's go to the bookshop, find out what we can about what we saw, Ivory Throne. Do we need to buy medallions, or is there a symbol we can tattoo on our bodies that will protect us from the memory eating, that all that kind of stuff? That's once we get that cleared from NPC, whose name I suddenly forgot, Dr. Stern. Once we get that cleared from Dr. Stern, then we can probably go on a shopping spree, and then head to Constant Mullins. That is the timeline as Barrett suggests.
I think that sounds pretty good.
Abernath, you don't need to raise your hand. We're all adults
Yes, John.
All right, yeah.
I have two things to accomplish. One before we visit the households and the bookshop, and one after, before we've left.
We also do need to make sure we get Alia's car back.
Oh yes, no, that was
true.
one thing, is that I was going to make sure the car got back, because I'm a charitable and loving soul who cared deeply for his former roommate. That's why I sent that good detective there, to make sure he was okay and check up on him. Yes. So what I'm going to do before we go to the bookshop is I'm a bit of a gardening fan, and as I work to get the car back to Greenwich and then get back to London, I'm going to be looking alongside the road for foxglove, specifically the leaves of the foxglove, and I'm going to stop in a little supply store to get a little grater and some of those little, like, empty tea bags. And I'm just gonna
like this.
grate some tea. That's just all I'm gonna do, just before we go visit the bookshop.
Thank you, John. All right, so
What's the
John,
thing before?
Abernath is making tea.
Yeah, it's tea. Yeah. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I want them to Google it. I want them to know, but I want them to find out.
I already know what it does.
You don't know for sure.
I don't need to Google it. I know what it does.
Anyway, I mean,
we're nerds playing Call of Cthulhu.
Tea.
We know what Foxglove does.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like tea. That's
it
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can.
Certainly.
It's so convenient.
So I think in the interest of not splitting up.
Yeah, we should not do that now.
That if you guys because Barrett doesn't know a portal dimension from a hole in the wall. So if you guys want to start going towards the bookstore, I will drive with Abernath back to Ollie's to drop the car off and then come back with him back to London.
That's very kind of you.
That makes sense.
So for my next character,
I will say while we're in the car, well, this is quite less crowded than it was last time, wasn't it? In the vehicle.
It probably still feels the same to Bear.
Even fully extended back out the thing, it's still like it's the Mr. Incredible driving in the car of just. For people who have not been playing along at home, or this is the first one they're catching, the lowest you can roll on a stat for this game is 15. The highest you can roll is a 90. Barrett's size stat is an 85. Barrett is an 8-foot-tall monstrosity.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very large man.
Yeah, very.
He is so tall.
I figure then, first thing in the morning, you two can go ahead and head over to Ollie's, get his car to him and everything. When it's a decent enough hour. Someone should go with Dr. Gewitt to the bank. I can go.
Well, we also do only have the 2 cars, so I figured the rest of you guys would all pile in the car with Dr. Gewitt.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. The rest of us will go to the bank.
I do want to retcon one small thing.
Mm-hmm.
Full on, like the drive starts off normal to Ollie's, and then immediately like Barrett does like a hard pullover and just storms out of the car, and then comes back 5 minutes later with fish and chips, slams the door and starts driving. It's like that fucking private detective.
And then Abernath says, "Oh no, yeah, he was a wonderful chap. He's getting what he deserves."
Right.
I don't have any of the skills to read into that, so we're just gonna keep on driving, guys.
That could be a very positive thing. I go, I hope you didn't forget your malted vinegar on your fish and chips, because then we'd have to turn right back around.
A single tear runs down Barrett's cheek as proud to be an American plays in the distance.
Malted vinegar.
So the rest of you head to the bank, secure all of that, and then do you guys meet back up before you head to the bookshop, or do you meet at the bookshop?
Yeah, we meet back up before we go to the bookshop.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys head. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just said, "Hoo boy."
I promise it'll be fine. It will be fine. Everything is fine. So yeah, you guys head to the bookshop. When you get there, it is open. Around what time of the day do you guys think you make it there, between going to drop the car off and going to the bank and all of that stuff, and then getting there?
Reasonably, probably 11 a.m.
Okay.
There's just a whole scene of like Barrett's like, "Should we say goodbye to Ollie?" No, he's sleeping. Just let him.
No, I'm like, "Oh yeah, would you like to say goodbye to Ollie? I can check upstairs to see if he is, how he's doing. Would you like to?"
Certainly, if
Oh, yes.
He gave us his
Here
car
it
for like
comes.
2 days.
Yeah, well, he didn't use it for much, really, that I remember. So it's probably fine.
I just want to test to see if Barrett can survive Abernath.
Do you go up to check on Ollie Barrett, or do you just let Abernath
I don't know, am I weak into burning this, or are you just like trusting that I'm letting my friend let my friend live?
How many? Okay, so hold on. Let's do it this way. How many days has it been at the in game since Ollie has died?
Like 2, maybe. It hasn't been that long.
Yet. Not even a snow.
It's not that long. Yeah.
Nope, not that long.
It's like Monday. So
just another manic Monday.
Maybe Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday.
I wish it was Sunday.
What time of year is
fun
it?
day. It's October, so yeah. If
it's
you left the window open, then there's no way.
Yeah.
I have to grab my tennis canister of tea, anyways. You know.
Well, yeah. Also, you got a pack.
Yeah, I've just got a few. It's not much. I should probably buy a nice Coke for C, but I mean, other than that.
Yeah, pack
that is a good point. By the way, do you drive? Go ahead. Sorry.
I will confess, Barrett, I did do a naughty thing. I may have liberated the rest of the cash from the cash register so I could buy myself a nice pea coat. So don't tell anyone I did a naughty thing, Barrett.
Your secret is safe with me. I don't think anyone's I think we've at least, especially because there's only a couple blocks away, I think we drove past the museum to see it in flames and like, all right, I don't know what.
No, it was in flames 2 days ago. Now it's just like a husk of a building.
Yeah. It's very obviously burnt down. Yeah.
Also, we have to cut away to a newspaper with an article about a fireman who is in the hospital now, screaming at the top of his lungs about a world made of fire and monsters coming for him because you left the lamp in there. So some fireman charged in and got a face full of that smoke in a burning building.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not having a good time.
Technically,
a great time. You never know
that would happen. I hid it for some very specific purposes.
I think that might be Clockwork Tuba's backup character right there. Is that fireman?
Barrett, you're fine. I haven't murdered anyone that you know of.
There we go. Barrett offers to help you pack and.
Oh yes, I offer you. We have some wagon wheels left over. There's half of an eel pie in the fridge if you'd like some eel pie. You know, it's.
We'll grab a handful of wagon wheels and go up the stairs with it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I pack a bag, and I'm talking about like a pea coat because it'll be nice to have something new. My room's not fairly decorated because it was pretty small. I talk a little bit about my kind of background in the infantry, and yeah.
So questions that Clock is asking John to find out what Barrett is going to do with Abernath. Is the door to Ollie's room completely closed, and does Abernath subtly or overtly try to keep Barrett away from it?
I don't. I just go back packing, and I go, well, I guess I should check on Ollie, right? You think?
Yeah, let's check on Ollie. And I go knock on the door.
I'm literally gonna like knock on the door to the bedroom and be like, Ollie, old chap, I didn't see you downstairs. Are you in here? Are you okay? Ollie? Oh dear.
And Ollie answers and says, "Oh, I'm fine."
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, "Oh,
yeah,
okay." I didn't expect that. Yes, okay. I love this. This is great.
Roll sanity check.
Yeah. So yeah, if we don't get a response, enough bad things have happened that now protective Barrett instincts have triggered, and Barrett's gonna want to go into the room to check on Ollie.
I mean, all right.
I feel like Abernath practiced that surprise face in the mirror a couple times.
It's slightly trying not to overact it. I'm no Ethel Barrymore, but I am as shocked as can be at. I say, Old Bean. That doesn't look good. The word traitor is on the wall. That's concerning.
That is. All right then. Basically, I got no forensic skills to save my life. He's been dead since dead o'clock. He has stopped breathing. He has ceased to be. His biological functions are only of interest to historians.
To be fair, you don't know any of that though.
Well, yeah, I just know he's dead.
Unless you're an alienist, there's no way to
Yeah,
know.
I have no skills to figure out like when he died, anything like that. I know he's been dead since some time, since before we got into this house because we didn't hear anyone kill him.
This is going to be rather queer to ask, but are there any rituals for well, I don't know about should we bury his body at sea? Would that be safer? I don't know if they're going to come after him or not.
We burned the last one. We might as well burn this one too. Wrap him up in his sheet linens, carry him downstairs, say a quick prayer over the body.
I put coins on the eyes, and I go for safe passages, old friend.
I'm looking through my
skills.
Can
I have a story point? Is there a mechanic for a story point in this game, please?
I'm looking through my skills here.
I don't think I want to reward you for killing your roommate when he didn't do anything.
he didn't give me a chance to live to my full potential and do the thing that I wanted to do in the secret TM backstory that I have.
Toss flame everywhere.
Can I operate heavy machinery to figure out anything about this? Because that's about the only thing I've got that's somewhat relevant now.
By the way, while you're wrapping the body, I'm like, the next door neighbor has foxgloves, so I'm like discreetly pecking at leaves from the bottom of the plant while we're doing this, just tucking them away.
Sure, buddy.
So you light the body on fire and you leave? Yes. Is that what's happening?
Basically, like there's any type of conversation with any type of authority is going to lead to questions we cannot, should not, or will not answer. So, same thing that happened with the cultist body. We light the body, get it burning into a safe place that's not going to burn down half the neighborhood. And then we head back into the car and drive away because at this point he's not using the car.
Reba McIntyre's So Far Away begins playing non-diegetically.
And that's 2 episodes in which we burn a dead body, which disposes of a dead body.
Technically, it's been dead for a couple days, so it's not quite the same.
And that spot hidden was just a random roll to see if I noticed somebody sneaking away to pick Foxglove.
I mean, you rolled a 1, so obviously you see him sneaking away.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
this is going to be
It's not actually sneaking because foxglove grows all over England, so I'm literally just on the side of the house. It wasn't I didn't even go very far.
Yep. All right, back into the car, meet up with everybody.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to pick up in front of the bookstore. Also, those of you, anybody who wants to roll luck to see if you can regain some of your luck points, feel free to do that. I forgot to do that at the start, so I apologize. But if you want to see if you can,
sure.
That's about right.
That's bad. That. All right, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I'm probably going to pay for my sins. I got cocky with the foxglove thing, so I'm probably going to pay for my sins.
So lucky with your luck points. You always succeed when you're trying to get luck.
For those of you playing along at home,
wait! Don't you have 99 luck? You can't.
I did last time. I used some though.
Yeah,
he's spent a bunch of it.
Yeah.
Are you back up to 99 now?
The idea is that if you stockpile it, it's easier to regenerate it.
I only got 1 back. Okay.
Right. Yeah. See, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I have 32. I don't want to hear.
I've got 25. Fuck off, murderer.
Right. Maybe you'd be a little more lucky if you weren't,
evil cult member.
Yes. It is still murder.
Technically, you burned his body, so technically you're an accomplice.
So you guys walk up to this bookstore. It looks very normal from the outside. There's nothing about this bookstore that screams occult anything when you walk up. When you enter the shop, it's pretty empty patron-wise. There is somebody sitting back at the desk towards the back of the shop. If you're looking around at the actual books that they're selling out front, it all just kind of looks normal, typical fiction, nonfiction for the time. Some of them though are really good condition, like first, second edition books. They have some really nice stuff in there. So yeah, you guys are now inside the bookstore. What do?
I'm gonna try to stay focused on what we're here to do and not, just go off trying to.
And like there is
not have a normal day for you guys.
Right. Yeah.
I say, does anyone know what Michael Stern looks like?
There's a lot of things I could definitely easily get distracted with, and there's a lot of things I to get distracted with, but I definitely think I should try to find this Michael Stern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is, like I said, there's just the one person in the shop, and he's sitting at the counter in the back.
All right.
Yes, but is he Michael Stern? Do we know that?
Let's have a conversation with him, John.
That is something you need to find out.
I think she's gonna walk right up to the back. Dr. Priscilla Byrne's gonna go, "Good day, mate. My name is Dr. My name is is Miss." She keeps like stopping because she doesn't want to say she's a doctor. She's like, "I'm Priscilla. Good day. How are you doing?"
I'm doing all right, Priscilla. How is your day going?
It's lovely. Interesting weather we have here in London, I would say. Definitely missing Melbourne, I would say. Who might you be? Guess we're...
I'm the proprietor, Dr. Michael Stern. Is there something I can help you find?
Me and my compatriots were just searching around for some information. We were given this location as a possible spot for some...
Well, I do have quite the extensive collection. Like I said, if
Of course.
narrow it down just a little for me.
Of course. I appreciate it. One moment. She's gonna turn over to did anybody come up behind her and
Yeah, I did, but you were.
Oh, I much prefer the idea of the rest of you just huddling at the other end of the thing, just like letting this happen.
No,
sadly,
I was following her, but she is a lot. In theory, she is. She's a much nicer thing to talk to than I am, if I remember correctly. So.
Pretty, but she's also like kind of boisterous.
Yeah, but figured it would definitely get him talking quicker. So yeah, but I was definitely right there. Yes. Hello. Crap. Why were we?
We're here to find out anything about anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Go down the dog. Like I will say, just
yeah, he's an expert in strange things.
Yeah.
We
and we were told to ask to see his rarest collection.
Thank you.
But I will say before you get on the steamroll, just so I don't want to do like I will say, Barrett is nearby. Barrett is aware of what happened when we showed up to Ollie's house. Barrett is ready to go running through a wall if he tries to make a break for it.
With where this
please don't ruin my nice shop.
Right, with where the desk is, is there just one like escape route essentially from behind the desk?
Yeah. There's a door that leads it. Like it says, like basically like employees only or something.
Okay.
That leads
are there shelves over by that area? Like bookshelves over by that area?
There's probably a couple bookshelves back there.
I'm gonna be over by those bookshelves just to be by that escape route essentially if I need to.
I think I will assist in being by that escape route into the employees only section of the store. What?
We're gonna go back behind the shelf and it's just Abernath.
I'm trying to be helpful. Look, Agatha Christie books. I love Agatha Christie, okay? Jesus.
Dr. Stern, I'm Dr. Gewitt. I was told you could help us and specifically to take a look at your rarest collection.
That's what we are looking for.
Stern will, when you say that, give you a long, hard look and then look back at the other group and the mountain of a human being at the back. By the way, are there any other customers in here right now, or just these?
It's just them.
This group.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky them.
Just us miscreants.
I'm sure.
Nobody here.
Unlucky for you, yes. It's just this group.
I mean,
Well, I clearly wasn't going to.
We're not psychotic.
I clearly wasn't going to have a
90% of the
good
group is
business day
fine.
anyways.
Barrett's holding like an astrophysics book.
Pretending to read it.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Just
Flipping through it.
Not even looking at the pages, just looking
Yeah,
up.
just looking straight at Stern while flipping the pages, not losing eye contact. Great,
Right.
yeah, that's fine. That's how. Perfect. I'm going to assume that I have a back room for said rarest collection.
Yeah.
Well then, you'll have to. Stern will stand up and make his way to the front door that apparently I have to get through a blockade of people to get to, so he can flip the open sign to closed.
No, I don't think
Block
anybody's
it.
I don't think anybody's blocking you. And if the two of them are blocking him leaving the thing, I would give them the hand wave to get the heck out of the way.
Yeah, no. He wouldn't block you, but you see, like, there's there's
Not on
that,
purpose.
well, he can't. Barrett can't help blocking anybody in this bookshop. Barrett can't turn around in the rows. Barrett has to walk fully out of a row and turn around and walk back into it. But no, there's
A
definitely
snow
the
plow of a human being.
there's the runner's tension as you go to the door of like, okay, this is happening, and then you turn the sign and lock the door, and he relaxes and puts his book down.
All right, he'll then lead you guys back around some of the shelves because, as all good bookstores should, there's always more space than it seems like there is once you start going through the stacks.
Mhm.
Barrett's not having a good time trying to navigate
No,
the
God,
store.
no. I have to imagine you've knocked over several things.
What's nice is that I'm at the back and I'm helping to like put stuff back on the shelves.
That's so kind of you, Ab.
So kind. I'm
Such a
certainly
kind
not
Such a
putting,
kind, caring soul, man.
certainly not putting any foxglove leaves which cause skin irritation in any of your books.
Oh my god.
Why?
Right, just pure evil, right
He
there.
said he wasn't doing it. He probably isn't actually.
Yeah,
Knowing
I'm not
John,
doing
he's
anything
not
like
doing
that.
this. He is
Yeah.
doing something
No.
else.
I
No.
could be doing this. I'm choosing not to. How great am I?
Right.
I'm just being very helpful.
I haven't killed anybody this episode. I'm a really good person.
I don't know.
No.
John's gone a couple
Barrett's the
episodes
one
now.
that killed someone, not me.
Barrett
My
did
hands are
not
clean.
kill anybody.
already
Ollie
dead.
was already dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was like that when I found him.
I'm pretty okay. So at this point, tangents that we've gone off on, I'm giving John 2 of them for taking us off on random tangents.
Oh, man.
So yeah, you guys are led to this back room.
Yep.
This feels more like kind of the place that the PI was telling you about. There's lots of occult books, that sort of thing. So this is where he has led you.
I have a theory that Barrett
It's a
is not
demon?
fitting in. It's a dancing demon. No, something isn't right there. That no one is being able. That Barrett is not going to be able to fit in this room with anybody else. So I think he lets Abernath go by him and is like doing like the Scooby-Doo thing of just, or like having the horse come in from like the wall just to like, interact with the scene. Like Barrett's leaning in a doorway but not entering this room because if he entered this room immediately, is it going to be too many people in too small a room?
It
Okay,
doesn't look
fair
very comfortable, little beam.
It really doesn't.
Nothing ever is.
Well, we should have a fair amount of privacy back here, though I do have to ask who directed you my way and towards my collection? Is that
Is anyone going to answer him?
Right, yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
don't
I'm trying to
everybody
think.
know I was
Yeah,
talking.
It's
Do you not know who sent you? Because that's
Theo
happened
Park,
before, but
let
it's
us
a different
know.
problem.
Yeah,
Right,
Thea
yeah.
Park let us know his name,
thank you.
and then that triggered memories in both Michael and I believe Harold Gewitt, but I could be wrong.
Yes.
Harold didn't remember. But yeah, that happened. Barrett's not saying anything. Barrett is bad with people.
I personally had heard of you as being an expert in this area, and talked to be perfectly honest, I can't remember. This was when I was on staff at Miskatonic. And
I'm
it
surprised
was
my name still gets spoken there.
Yes, it does. It does. You're an expert in these in your area of speech, and I mentioned I was coming in your particular area, and I mentioned I was coming to London. And we've discovered some things, and of course your name came up as a perfect reference. As I shovel the praise on and stoke the doctor's ego.
Well, I don't doubt you might have heard my name at Miskatonic. I sincerely doubt any of them gave you a 30-year-old reference. Furthermore, I don't think any of them know I'm out here, so how about who actually sent you here?
Maximilian Jones.
He is the reason we're here, yes.
Yeah, but he's not the one that
He's not the one that sent us.
And to be fair, Kit, you don't know that name.
Oh, darn it! I thought I was doing something very clever.
Okay, but there was no reaction when he heard that name. That I could spot. Okay. Oh, what the heck? We gotta keep going. Theo Parks.
Yeah, the private investigator.
Ah, that one. Well then, I'm sure he had a reason for sending you to me. So, out with it. You're a quiet bunch.
We believe something has been let loose.
Just out of character. Katie misses one session, and we're all just completely clammed up and stepped out.
It's like
Katie immediately busting in as Charlie.
Right. Well, this is we're pausing because it doesn't matter what we were going to say. Charlie would be talking now, but we believe something's been let loose.
Yes.
In the area, and we're trying to track it down. We believe Maximilian Jones let it loose after unsuccessfully setting it on us. And he is off, and we are in pursuit of him.
All right. Well, the number of things that could be described as being let loose by various individuals is rather extensive. Do you have a description, horrible side effects, memory loss?
Memory loss. I give a description of the creature. He's already
Have you ever
gone.
heard of anything known as the Ivory Throne? Do any of these books mention anything along those lines?
Ivory Throne. Ivory Throne.
Yes, think carefully. Lives are in the balance.
Oh, I do believe a few of them reference an Ivory Throne, and that description does ring a few bells.
Something that sits on it, perhaps? The specific thing?
That is what one typically does with the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You can do to make the bells ring a little louder.
Bells, no, bells. Sorry.
The flashbacks, they've started.
Oh, God!
Yeah, do you have anything in this collection that references it? Or even if it just references the, South Pacific?
Well,
in general.
I do have a few books that I do believe reference the Ivory Throne and the one who sits on it and what their purpose is. Give me a moment here. There's quite a few, and to be frank, even the good ones can be problematic to sift through. Let's call it.
That's fair.
And with that, he'll take a minute and he'll start going down the spines of the various books, moving past
How did you
the people,
become
because
interested?
there's only so much room in here.
I understand you became interested in the occult after an incident at Miskatonic, you said 30 years ago? Is that when your interest started in the occults?
Incident, yes. You could call it an interest. After all, when one sees something that completely changes their understanding of how the world works, you can't really call yourself much of a man of academia if you don't explore it.
Understandable, commendable, even. Yeah.
But that's a tough edge to walk at times. Exploring it versus being changed by it.
Well, academia is also not the fondest place for change, strangely enough. You'd think it'd go the other way around, but no, you propose one thing that doesn't agree with the typical standards, you may reference a few books that just because they haven't read, suddenly they're not good references. You write one paper about Lemuria, and then here you are.
I can definitely understand that. Just trying to find a good major nowadays is tricky.
Oh, don't even get started on what the colleges are turning into nowadays, but that's hopefully not what you're here for.
No, it's this isn't a college project per se.
I would hope not, looking at the group, including the giant sticking himself halfway through the door.
Right. I think out of everybody here, I'm the only one that looks like they could be a college student.
I mean, I look like a man was fused with a giant cricket, so, I can't really say.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody's, I think, old enough that they're past that age range.
Yeah.
I think I'm the youngest here at 28. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Guys,
muted.
What was that, Priscilla?
I'm 32, so.
32. Oh, okay, so not that much.
I mean, but in 1959, right? Like 32 was like middle age, right? Like.
No, I'm 30.
Only 2 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
And did a lot of time out in the sun.
Don't you have a PhD too, man?
I do.
I gotta catch up. I'm just on a master's program.
Well,
really got to get your act together. Speaking of which, how's everyone's Latin?
I'm fluent in it.
Mine's excellent.
Good.
Yes,
at least as fluent as you can be in a dead language.
They don't. Are none of these translated into the Queen's English?
I have a 50-50 chance
none of the good ones are
English.
Well, if you insist on English, and you'll reach out.
I'm fine with Latin.
No, we're fine with Latin.
Yeah. I find a lot of things get lost in translation literally when
Yes.
go from one language to another.
With that, he's pulled out several books, most of which are in fact in Latin. There are a few that are in English, and at least one of them actually. Would they be able to tell what that's bound in? I don't know how spooky these people's lives have been.
Yeah.
If they want to make an occult roll to see if they can figure it out, they are more than welcome to.
Curious.
All right, at least one book in non-standard leather. Let's put it that way.
I will buy that success.
It's long pork leather.
Oh, what an interesting hue that is. It's very.
That's got.
I got just a normal.
What color would you say that is?
Anyone that passed. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I'll buy that success too.
Okay, so for those of you that passed that occult roll, let me make sure I'm telling it. It's human skin.
Yeah,
it's bound in human skin.
I get.
Is this a specific book that I recognize?
I would say probably.
Okay.
Yeah. You are having a field day as somebody who wants to study this sort of thing.
Yeah.
You recognize
I
a
kind
lot
of just
these
want to spend
books.
a week here if I could.
Yeah.
But
Harold, on the other hand, is like very uncomfortable and wants to like destroy everything in this room.
Burn all the books.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not. I would. That's where my charm comes in. I don't show that outright, but yes, none of this should actually be available.
Can I roll my lore skill for this?
And you know,
that I am very fascinated by.
What was that, Priscilla? You were breaking up. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I'm sorry. I was saying that this is a beautiful, wonderful place full of things that I'm very fascinated by. So I, of course, am taking all the time that I possibly can to intricately stare at things and thumb through as I'm walking by.
I would, you know, take out the proper gloves before touching it, and I even have a couple pairs for other people if they want them.
Sure, I'll take a pair. I'll destroy a pair for you.
Gloves. I'll destroy those for you.
I apologize. I do not have a pair that fits you.
I will say after Dr. Stern has pulled these books and Michael is having the glee on his face of, you know, Barrett pushing through a fence, but, you know, barreling through Latin. He will take a piece of paper out of his park, write down the coordinates that we were given, and like reach over like 3 people's heads to, you know, give that to Michael Stern, saying, "Do you know anything about this location?"
And he'll take the paper and look over the coordinates. And here's a great question: does Dr. Michael Stern know how to read coordinates?
I can point it out on a map if you have a map for me.
It's in the South Pacific.
Our dear Isabits first.
I would say he probably has some idea how to read coordinates, but he would need a map to figure out where it is. He wouldn't be able to just look at them and see and know where it is.
In that case, he'll look at the coordinates, scrunch his face like, no, why am I doing this the hard way? And then we'll go pull out a map.
Yeah, it's the South Pacific.
Yeah.
Kind of halfway between Chile and New Zealand.
I suppose that makes a certain amount of sense.
Can I roll my lore skill for the one book in human skin?
Yeah, and then I will tell you what you know about it.
Okay. Nothing.
Oh man.
You know that
you have a reroll. You do have a reroll.
When they bunk you with Abernath.
That's fair. I feel like I should probably spend that. Let's see if it's worth it. Exactly.
No.
Amazing.
I feel like that's a glitch in roll 20.
You do know that anything bound in human skin is always cool.
Right.
Well, it could be tattoo skin,
clearly.
You know.
I will let you, John. We will do that in just a minute. But Michael Stern has some answers for you guys, so we will listen to his answers real quick.
Yes, we'll do that. So he goes over the map. Then, while he's reaching about, though, as much as I enjoy academic research, I don't actually imagine you all have all that much time. If Ron is actually running around.
Ron?
Well, it doesn't run so much as skitter, from what I gather. Too many legs to call it running, I would say. Wouldn't be good in the
you know what we're looking for, definitely.
Oh, I do believe so. It comes up, across several books, though I'm actually
surprised. Does it liquefy people in all of those books?
I mean, not all of the books. They do talk about other things, typically. Well, there are a few books that are nothing about how to liquefy people. I don't actually typically recommend them. They tend to ramble. Don't actually get to the point very quickly.
It's probably the insanity that does it.
You said Ron. You know this thing's name?
Yes, Ron Tagoth. That's probably incorrect for how to actually pronounce it, but then again, who knows whether it ever gave its actual name. No, that's not how that works. Though I'm actually surprised you don't already know about it, especially you. And he's going to point over at Harold.
It's not something. It's not a particular one I've researched before.
Oh well, he's going to point at your pin. The group you're a part of is rather wrapped up in it.
I shoot him.
What?
Okay.
All right, this is a party now. I'm here for this.
It's like frick.
What?
Hang on, give me a second. No, it's just
no answer for you guys.
No, it makes complete sense for your character.
Yeah,
we just got to figure out what order of business it is, and can any of us stop you from doing this?
It's
not.
No,
I'm not going to stop him at all. That's the other part of it.
It's the thing about it is that's not. You don't actually like announce stuff like that in front of other people.
You came to me to ask about my secret library for the spooky, scary stuff.
Yep. No, this is where Harold's charm is a little bit better than Teslan's.
All right, so I get shot. Let's do this.
Group. I'm wearing a. You're pointing at a pin. You're pointing at a pin I was given by my mother.
I'm sorry, am I not getting shot anymore? Is that being said instead?
That happened in Tom's.
Oh, okay.
That happened in Tom's head. But to be honest, there's a certain point at which, if I go down that route,
you'll never stop.
Well,
proud of you, Teslan. Proud of you.
I'm killing everybody in the room. It's like it's not almost everybody in the room.
I mean, I wouldn't kill
these things happen in Cthulhu.
That's a fair point. Yeah, actually,
if you kill me, you missed the fun, Teslan.
Let's see.
Stop it.
That's down.
That's for selling.
Much more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
I will return.
Extreme success on charm. Nice.
Yes, extreme success on charm to sell that lie. That it was just a pin given by my mother.
Okay, so you do say that instead of shooting me.
Yes, I do say that instead of shooting me.
What a twist. Chat, if you don't agree with that and you think Harold should have shot Michael Stern, get in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this turn of events.
I'm sorry. I'm just... Yeah. I'm going to go with the shot. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Pull it out.
It's all good.
And
don't apologize.
Yeah, pull out and fire
I love
the gun.
when my NPCs get shot. It's great.
Okay. I guess we're gonna. I feel
like you still said the lie though, like you were still trying not to.
Yeah, well, it's like looking at it. It's like, no, this ain't gonna work. This ain't this.
Actually, before you actually shoot him, since you rolled so high on your charm.
Yep.
1 second. Hold on, just 1 second.
He shoots you in the most charming way possible.
Well, the charm.
I'm hurt.
The charm
is forgive him as your shot.
The charm.
You apologize as you go down.
No. Better yet, you're standing right adjacent to like a seal, where as you fall backwards, the blood like opens the seal, and we got to deal with the Uricon from Buffy season 7, the Ubervamps.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
So before as you're getting ready, you say that, and you have your hand on your gun. He is going to do a thing really quick.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well then, perhaps this is not the best way to break this to you about your mother, and then we'll put the book in front, open up to a page, with the info about the group, the cult.
The book that he puts in front of you with the page open, it's a book called Cthulhu and the Necronomicon. It is written in English. The page that he specifically opened it up to is about a worldwide cult, Cthulhu cult, who is their entire reason for living. They are dedicated to bringing about the return of Cthulhu. There's a picture in this book. It is the symbol of this cult, and it matches the symbol on your pin.
Is there, considering I'm standing in the doorway, is there any way for me to try to react and try to grab the gun or try to grab Harold as Harold pulls his gun?
No.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm gonna. At that point, my whole life has been kind of thrown off. I'm gonna shoot him.
Aw. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, we now just become owners of a bunch of books, probably.
That's not the. God, that is not what you should have pulled away from this.
Right?
That is not the takeaway.
Is that not the life
That
lesson?
is not the takeaway.
I mean, we're gonna be getting on a boat, right?
Oh, God.
Like,
This is a
yeah.
horrible situation to be a part of.
You don't know, but
Okay. How long is it going to take us to get out to the South Pacific? We're going to need something to read on the way.
Yeah.
okay.
You
Well,
know-
you know what, guys? There's always the chance too. I'm not perfect. This is not.
Right, yeah.
This
It
this
might
is
not actually do.
yeah. This is not.
Yeah.
It's the other game that me and Kit have been in together. That character, yes, he was a dead shot. Eric would win. Eric would shoot. But this guy is not perfect at it. You want me to go ahead and roll it, Isabits?
Yes.
I can tell
So
Isabeth is like, this is.
Is there any
this
way
is not where
for
you went.
any of us to see that he's going for his gun before
You
he pulls it out?
don't know I've
No.
got one.
I don't know you have one, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
they
you
don't
don't-
know
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
You don't know
But
where
I know
it is.
You have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
did shoot the thing, but you don't know where it is. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead and roll. But when you roll, Kit, are you trying to dodge? I'm gonna you. It's an opposed roll. So are you gonna try to dodge, or are you gonna try to do the other thing?
That's an excellent question.
The other thing. That's always great.
I mean, I'm kind of feeling the other thing.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
That is true. But to do the other thing, though, you don't know yet that he's gonna shoot you. So you're gonna actually have to wait to do that to
That's fair.
till he pulls the gun. And I would still think you would need to make an opposed roll to see if you can get out of the way so that you can do your thing.
That's
Let's
fair.
see.
How-
what's the? You know
How
what?
big
I'm
is
going to
the-
use
How
luck.
big is the Cthulhu neck?
I'm going to use luck
Sorry about
to make that a success.
Okay.
All right.
You got
I don't
how
actually.
big is Cthulhu, the Necronomicon, and you? You could like maybe use the book for dodging.
Cthulhu Necronomicon. You no, this isn't Cthulhu for Dummies either. It's Cthulhu and the Necronomicon.
Is there a book called Cthulhu for Dummies?
In the real world,
Probably,
absolutely.
Yeah. Right? Oh, man.
Well, I assume I'm supposed to hit the dodge button. I've hit the dodge button, and it's got a big red failure.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Someone's going to die.
You
How
could use
unpleasant.
you could use 29 points of luck to make that a pass, but that's a lot of luck.
That's
How much
true.
luck do you have?
6.
Why not? I'll just be shot.
Okay. So you take
Looks like 6 based on this.
6. Yep, you take 6 damage.
By Jove, you
And-
shot him.
Can I roll a
Do we do
brawl to
initiative now?
basically tackle Harold?
What was the other question?
Do we
Sorry.
do initiative now, pretty much? Or the equivalent thereof?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna say no because you're gonna have to get through other people because you're still in the doorway and it's gonna be difficult for you to plow through everyone and everything to get to Harold. So you're not just gonna have to tackle Harold. You're gonna have to tackle at least 2 other people to get to him.
Damn it, Charlie.
Are you gonna do the thing?
I'm gonna do the thing. I don't know how to do the thing, but I'm gonna do the thing. This man just shot me.
Okay.
In my library. I was being very nice to these people.
So I need you both to make
You
a
did say his
power
mom was
roll.
part of a cult.
Yeah, that.
No, I said he was part of a cult. And
Yeah.
you'll notice I wasn't very judgmental about it either.
This is true. He wasn't very
fair.
judgmental. If you're gonna do the thing, I need you both to make a power roll. If you succeed, Kit.
Yeah, that's a success. That's a hard success.
Okay.
Hard success.
Oh boy. We secured the money for the
He
boat already,
shot
right?
me.
Yeah, you
Or
guys
do we
went to
need
the bank
Harold
first.
alive for the money?
No, we haven't
you
gotten the
went to
money.
bank first, and
Yeah, they
you
haven't
said you went to the
gotten
bank
money
first, I thought.
I went to the bank, but I didn't get the money yet. I told they have to
Again, is this-
gather it up.
Gotcha.
Is that not the takeaway, though, again? That's not...
No, it's not.
I'm
The
sorry.
takeaway is in fact that a man has been shot.
Yeah.
The takeaway is also that another man is about to have something really bad happen to
Right.
him.
Yeah.
I'm still enamored with books. I'm sorry.
They're really good books.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of regretting this spell now.
You gave it to
I
me.
know. I didn't think you were gonna have to use it. I didn't think anybody was gonna.
Here
What, is
we
it,
are, though.
Nuclear Holocaust? Is that the name of it?
Nah, it's way less problematic than that.
You know.
For everyone else.
Is it called the Abernath spell?
No, I'm pretty sure if I had to guess. Oh shit! That's not what I thought it was going to be.
Which leg or arm or which arm?
The one holding the gun.
That's what I figured, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know why you gave this to me.
I have no idea. I didn't think you were actually going to need to use it. I just thought it was going to be fun.
Joe, are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? Joe, are you okay?
It's just I literally had a conversation with Isabeth not 30 hours ago about how Barrett just wants to help people. Barrett has no secrets. Barrett has no ulterior motives. Barrett just knows that some people are in trouble and we should help them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's...
And I was helping.
You pure and special summon roll too good for this world.
It's... yeah.
So, the hand that you're holding the gun, that's holding the gun.
Yep.
You get an extreme pain in that hand.
Okay.
The arm starts to shrivel. Kit, roll 1d8 for me, please.
Sure.
I'm having the best time.
You take 2 health. You lose 2 health, 2 HP.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let Tom roll this one. Roll 2d10, please.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, you are
You only
lucky.
You permanently lose 2 points of con.
Okay.
And then roll me another d4. We're gonna do a d4 for this.
Is this the same? Is this like the same kind of D4 that Michael was rolling for his magical?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. You lose 3 sanity points.
Okay, that's not surprising. Okay.
It's like half in this door, just like no.
So the rest of you that are actually in the room, this is what you're seeing. What are the 3 of you doing? Well, what are the 2 of you doing? Abernath is probably eating popcorn.
For just seeing this, does it affect any of our sanity?
It wasn't going to, but now it is. Everybody else roll. All the rest of you roll me a d4.
I mean, why not?
Wait! No, wait! I'm not paying any attention to them. I'm doing the thing that I texted you about.
Oh,
I'm not paying attention.
So is he not in the immediate vicinity or anything?
I am, but I'm not looking at I'm not looking at them. I'm only half listening. I don't really care about what we're doing.
Abernath is full on Stan Lee in the Spider-Man movie. Like, has the headphones on, the fight's happening in the background. He doesn't even notice it. He's just perusing.
No. Elizabeth knows what I'm looking for.
Am I included in the sanity loss or no?
What was that, Lottie?
I was like, every time he says that, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Whenever John says that, it just gets worse.
All right.
I'm just living my life.
Well, I'm good.
No. You just lose it sometimes. Sometimes there's no rolls. Sometimes it's just the loss.
Right, yeah.
So roll. I think we're supposed to roll D4. Am I included in the D4 or am I not included? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, is it just D4?
Yeah, you just one D4
roll,
saying we're all losing it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alrighty.
Some stuff you just see it and your brain goes, "This was bad."
Yeah, that's not good. All right.
Wish I hadn't seen that.
Well, if someone hadn't pulled a gun on you, we wouldn't
It's true.
have to
We were having a nice chat. Everything was great.
We were having a good day. We'd only burned one body. You know, we were all having a good day. I mean, Barrett only murdered one person via fire. I had
Barrett
nothing to do
has
with it.
never murdered a single soul
So the other two of you that are actually in the room,
that I know of.
you see this transpire. What are you doing?
I mean, Michael's likely in shock that a gun just suddenly went off while he was looking at a book. So I know Michael would definitely hesitate in that moment.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what to
Priscilla
do.
was probably not expecting that particular situation to happen, and maybe she shouts a string of Australian profanities.
So typical Australian speech.
Exactly. She's like, bloody hell, what the fuck was that? Are we just not... We're going absolutely crazy in here. This is fucking crazy. Like, you know, she's just thrown off. She wasn't ready.
Is he still pointing the gun at Dr. Stern?
I don't think
Or
he
did
can
it, like,
hold
the
a
pain
gun
in his
right
arm?
now.
Well, it
Yeah.
shriveled, but it depends on GM fiat. I'm going to shoot him again. I mean, I got to finish him off at this point. He's casting spells.
He is casting spells.
Okay. Quick question from Barrett. Who is the nearest one to the door? Because they are getting claw machined out. I'm just gonna reach in and grab them.
Charlie!
Probably Charlie. Right. Probably little Charlie. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Charlie and Michael.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's probably Charlie and then Michael. Yeah.
Okay, so
I will say, if you
3 turns,
if you
Dr.
want-
Stern, I got you.
if you want to try to interject in this, I will say that I will give the chance for Michael to get out of the way if you want to barrel in.
I would like to barrel or Barrett in, depending on how we want to call it.
Okay.
And just try to get in and
I mean, I would definitely move out of the way of wherever the gun is pointed right now.
That's fair. Okay. So Michael kind of moves out of the way. Barrett, you come in. Where exactly are you trying to position yourself? Are you trying to position yourself in between them? Are you trying to take the gun away? What are you trying to do?
So the spell complicates things. And I'm prepared to take hits on this as needed.
Okay.
It's full on gym teacher breaking up a high school fight at this point. I would like to grab both of them, basically pick them up and slam them into the wall to where they cannot see each other.
I will say if you're gonna slam them into the wall, not hard enough to do damage, just hard enough to kind of.
I'm not trying to hurt anybody just yet. It is just in the span of like 3 seconds, we went from everyone's doing good. Hey, you're in a cult. Actually, my mom's in a cult. Bang. Okay, great. Your arm is no longer working, and then people started swearing and freaking out. So at this point, Barrett is like, we're gonna stop this, have a conversation, and then see who needs to be hurt.
Okay.
Can I roll brawl for that? I'll probably make that a hard, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We're fine.
Okay.
Barrett, Force of Nature Fredericks is fine.
All right, so he comes in right as you're about to try to shoot again, and kind of pushes you guys back from each other and says that you guys need to have a conversation before this gets any worse.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with because I've been shot, you see, and I've just been slammed into a wall, so I don't imagine that's helping with any of it.
It's not a slamming slam though.
Can I roll?
I've been grabbed and forcibly moved right after being shot. Being slammed doesn't matter for pain.
Makes you miss the antique shop with the dolls that move, doesn't it?
Can I roll dodge to ride it? I know I'm going where Barrett wants me to go.
Yeah, you can roll
dodge. So at that point, it's the point of riding it to a spot where I have an angle on shooting him again, and not ending up under his control.
Okay.
Where the heck? Why didn't it? Okay.
Well, the system said you cannot roll dodge, Teslan.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going. Yeah. Well, that was the first. See, the one that I won at, it didn't take that roll. Wow. Okay.
Didn't take that one either.
Oh, it took it. It took it. See, I have enough luck now to make that a success.
Can I spend luck to make mine a critical success to say no?
I'm gonna say for ease of trying to get this scene done, you are able to push them back. You are able to kind of dodge it, but Barrett is so large that it is still really difficult to get a shot around him because he is very big and this isn't the biggest room.
He is now 80% of the room's volume.
Okay.
Yes, he is. He is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit those last two. Okay. All right.
So you are able to kind of dodge and you aren't really slammed into the wall, but he is still standing in front of you. And if you're going to try to get a shot off, you're going to have to do it through Barrett because he is very large.
Yeah, he's very large. Is there space between his legs?
I mean, probably.
Could I drop? Nah. He's casting spells. Can't let him cast another spell. That's why I shot him. He was starting to cast spells on us.
I shot you because I said a spell because you shot me. That's the wrong order.
No, it's not.
Just because you apparently want to.
I saw what you were doing. I saw what you were doing. I wasn't going to let you hurt everyone.
Is it Lemurians?
Exactly. I wasn't going to let you do this.
Bear cross with you?
We've already had enough done to us. I wasn't going to let it happen again. That's what he's saying.
But who do you people work for? Well, other than the one who wants to summon
Barrett,
Cthulhu and shot me.
Stop him from talking. You don't know when he's going to drop a spell out.
Stop him from talking. He's the cultist.
Both of you stop talking. Harold, drop your fucking gun. He's trying to say another word, I will snap your neck.
He's going to glare at you.
Michael's just going to reach into his messenger bag and get out his first aid kit.
Michael, what the fuck happened when I was in the doorway? I heard something about a cult and then a gunshot.
A wonderful book, and then a gun went off, and everything happened.
He started casting a spell.
I honestly don't know what happened first.
It's a little aggressive for that kind of situation.
Yeah.
You don't, when they start doing this stuff, they start talking about Lemurians, you don't have too long. You don't have time to wait to have a meeting before you act.
All right. How about just
Barrett? You were the only one who had. Barrett is either you or my gun, and you were out of position to stop him before he could get the spell off.
Well,
Stern very clearly wants to say something and is just looking right at Barrett, basically like, the faces. This is such bullshit. It's Miskatonic all over again.
It's just, how about, nobody shoots anybody, nobody does spells to anybody. Let's just ease this down now, okay? We're here for information. We're not going to be able to get that if we start shooting our way through here.
You're going to be gagged for now. We will have you write things to us. Harold? Has Harold dropped the gun or no?
Harold put the gun away, yes. It's out of his hand.
No. Barrett does not want you having the gun right now. Barrett is not happy. Barrett has to push through everyone, and Barrett's probably going to get shot by the end of this. Barrett would like you to put the gun down.
Okay, Barrett, yes. Harold has set the gun down.
Okay.
All right. Out of good faith, I'm going to go to Dr. Stern with a first aid kit first. And try to help
Michael, gag him first, then administer first aid.
Okay. I'll just look at Dr. Stern. I'm sorry about this. Take a piece of cloth, essentially, and just try to give him a gag. Only I had duct tape.
Yeah, I mean, it's you have gauze, you have whatever in the first aid.
Right. Yeah, I have.
His mouth.
Yeah.
So, okay. So even though I was in the doorway, did I hear about the pin that started the conversation, or no? Was I too far away?
I mean, you were right there. Like, the room's not that big.
Right.
He wasn't being quiet about it. Though I suppose that is still up to GM Fiat.
Yes.
No, there was a conversation about the pin. I mean, and then my reaction was not, it wasn't like I whispered my reaction.
Guns are loud.
Guns are.
Well, that's the thing. Loud. There is always a chance that everything else is like gone away because of it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking the GM. Did I will completely uphold whatever you decide. Did Barrett hear the conversation about the pin?
You probably heard him mention something about the cults, and then hand him the book. I don't know that he mentioned the pin itself. I think he just kind of motioned towards it, but you did hear at least some of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did
Stern
say
didn't
the pin was from
mention
my
the
mother.
pin, but Harold did.
Yeah, I said the pin was from my mother.
Okay. You were supposed to be having a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set Harold down, staying between them. Basically just putting my foot on the gun. As far as I know, it's the only one that Harold has.
Sure, we can assume that.
Yeah, we can assume that. The book is still on the table, I assume.
Yep.
I have a 95 in spot hidden. I assume I can see the pin. So I will pick up the book, and again, like keeping like the situational awareness on this, hand it to Lottie. Or sorry, Priscilla.
Priscilla, yes.
My apologies.
No,
and
it's even in English.
Ask her to read about the pin. And then, because I'm worried about everyone, I check on Abernath.
No, I'm fine. I'm just minding my business.
You
People
want me
get
to
shot all the time.
roll
It's
first
fine.
aid for?
No, I'm not gonna worry about it. You're able to patch him up.
After that, I was going to do a medicine roll to patch him up as best I can.
Yeah, you're able to.
If Barrett's gonna come over to me to see how I am, I'm gonna whisper, should we have someone that unstable on our crew on sea? You never know what he might do.
Barrett is not coming over to you because that would involve leaving a space between Stern and Gewitt, and that is not happening for the foreseeable future.
Then I will not whisper that to you because I don't want Harold to hear me trying to put a dissonant whisper in your ear.
As I'm bandaging the doctor and everything, I'm going to try to position myself between the doctor and Dr. Gewitt.
Okay.
No, Dr. Stern and Dr. Gewitt.
So many doctors in this room.
So many doctors.
So many doctors.
And I don't even have a master's yet. What am I doing with my life?
Right, what are you doing with your life?
Well, hey, I went to med school a little bit, so you should be happy about that.
Just a little bit of med school, just enough. First day I learned gunshots equal bad.
I'm focusing on neuroscience, so let's.
Where's your jar of leeches? I mean, my God, are you even a real doctor? Yeah. Where's your jar of leeches?
Priscilla, what does the book say about the pin?
Before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break real quick because I didn't realize that we've been going for as long as we have. And then we will get into the book and whatever trouble Abernath
Good to meet you, by the way, Dr. Stern. This is how we normally say hello to everybody.
Your associate shot me.
We'll be back in 10, folks.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to go ahead and actually end here for tonight. I kind of wrote a side story that isn't quite working out, and we're going to kind of regroup as a whole and figure things out. And we will be back next Sunday. And if something happens that we aren't back next Sunday, we will keep you updated in the Discord and all of that. But thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you guys again soon.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Elizabeth, for GMing.